Hello guys and welcome to that screencast. Danny here. In today's video got a review of the Perixx Periboard-717. Now this is a remote multi-touch keyboard for Windows PCs. Though this device is designed for the Windows computer, I've actually been using it with the Mac for the past few weeks. It's not 100% compatible but works generally quite well, but I'll go into more detail later in this video on that. So let's take a close look at the device and see what we get in the box. So we get a USB cable for charging, so it comes with its own built-in battery, which is quite cool. We get the receiver for connecting it to your computer, and we also get the drivers for Windows. Now these drivers are actually Windows only, so if you want to get the full features and functionality of this keyboard, then you have to install the drivers on a Windows PC. Now with the Mac, it's just pretty much plug and play, works straight out of the box, though obviously lacking the drivers, you're not able to take full advantage of all the functionalities on this keyboard, including the multi-touch features. Though that is a little bit of a shame, the keyboard never claims to be compatible with the Mac, so I wasn't too bothered there. So let's take a close look at the keyboard itself, and as you can see here, it looks very similar to a BlackBerry phone. This is kind of actually why I picked this up, because I did think to myself that the Blackberries are quite good for typing on, for a phone at least, so I thought maybe this would offer a similar typing experience. So to the bottom there you can see you've got the actual keyboard, in the middle you've got the big trackpad, and to the top you've got the actual media keys. To the right side of the keyboard you'll see the power switch and also the USB port for charging. This is one of the things I really liked about this keyboard, it's actually got its own built-in battery. So here we have the bottom of the keyboard, which is a glossy plastic. Personally I would have preferred it if it were more a matte finish so it didn't attract fingerprints. Though in saying that, I've been quite impressed with the overall build quality of this keyboard. I've never heard of the brand Perixx before, so we're kind of expecting maybe a cheap feeling keyboard. But to be honest, it felt quite well made and solid feeling. So here you can see me actually using the keyboard, and I would say the overall typing experience is pretty good for typing out a quick little message. For something like a quick email or maybe a quick tweet, then this is definitely good. Obviously it's not going to replace a full-size keyboard, but for this type of thing it's generally pretty good, and I'm quite impressed with the overall keyboard and its layout. So here you can see I'm actually using the trackpad now to navigate around the OS. Opening up the web browser, I'm going to do a quick search on Netflix for a movie, and again when it comes to actually doing a Google search or entering a web address, this keyboard works pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with that. And obviously navigating around the actual web with this trackpad is really good because the trackpad is pretty large, so very similar to what you would find on a laptop in terms of size and overall usability. Remembering here though, I am using a Mac, so I only can use the one finger to navigate, whereas if you're using a PC then you'll have the option of using multi-touch. So as you can see here, I'm navigating around YouTube playing a video, and this is where I think the keyboard really shines in terms of just navigating around the web to play your videos, or even navigating around your computer to play a few videos. I wouldn't say I'd use it personally for a lot of web surfing if I were going to do a lot of scroll and things like that. I think the keyboard and mouse is definitely a better option there. But in terms of just accessing your own videos or maybe videos on the internet, then I think this keyboard really does shine and really works well. So I just want to quickly talk about the media keys. As you can see at the top there, we've got the actual arrow keys, which are quite large and good for navigating around menus. Now with a lot of these sort of like media keyboards like this, you'll find that the actual arrow keys are just kind of stuck on wherever they can fit them. But here it's actually got its own dedicated area at the top of the keyboard, which I really liked. Definitely good for navigating around like media player software or anything like that. So if you maybe use Xbox Media Center or anything like that, then this would be good for that. Now you've got the play button, the skip, forward and backwards keys, which work really well. Also we've got the volume controls there. So I've got a quick graphic on screen just showing you that some of the keys here highlighted red don't actually work with the Mac, so they're kind of just dead keys but don't do anything. Obviously if you've got a Windows computer then you won't have this problem because you're going to have the drivers which actually work. But for a Mac user you'll find these keys don't actually work, which can be a little bit of a downer, but for me it wasn't a major issue because the keys are not really that useful. But this definitely could put you off if you're a Mac user, but for me I'd say it's not too much of a problem overall. So I've been really happy with this keyboard, and I think it gives you a really good solid typing experience. Where I like it from the keyboard point of view is it doesn't have the trackpad off to the side, left or right, kind of in your way, whereas you'll find with a lot of these media keyboards the trackpad's sort of in the way, so you're kind of stretching with your thumb to be able to access the actual keyboard. You're not doing that here, which I really like, so it's really good for two-handed typing. Where it really does excel though is that trackpad. It's really nice size, quite large for such a small keyboard, so it's giving you a really good ability to like move around the OS with the cursor. Whereas you can see here, I've got this expensive Logitech keyboard here, and the trackpad's this really small circular area, and it's just really bad for actually navigating around a Windows OS or even Mac OS because the trackpad's so small. So this is where the Perixx keyboard really excels is obviously the large trackpad. Also, you've got that added option of the nice media keys at the top, so they work really well with the arrow keys. So if you want to actually navigate around menus using them, they work pretty well as too. So overall, I've been really impressed with the keyboard. Definitely would recommend it to anyone, especially the PC user. But if you're a Mac user, then I definitely would say take a look at this keyboard, because you'll probably struggle to find a good Mac option. Most other keyboards will also be made for the PC in mind, and less so the Mac. So this would be a good option in my opinion. So thanks for watching this video everyone. Hopefully you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.